Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill presenting to you the PIB MCQs of 22nd of January. So friends, you can follow all these videos on this particular link, plus you can also rate and review the videos. So let's begin with a couple of instructions. Do watch yesterday's PIB summary, plus as soon as you attempt all these questions, do mention your scorecard. So first question is related to maps. So which among them is correct? A. Jharkhand touches Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. B. Telangana touches Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. C. Both of them are correct, or D. None of them is correct. So be careful, and the correct answer to this is that both of them are not correct. So which among them is correct? None of them is correct. Why? Because Jharkhand touches Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand doesn't touch Madhya Pradesh. Also Telangana, it doesn't touch Madhya Pradesh, it touches Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. Also do check out in the fact that just go through this map. Also one small point which you can keep in mind is JCO states, that is Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Odisha, all of them touch each other. So these three, each one of them touches the other two. So JCO you can remember in that form. Next, which among them is true? A. Monocrotophs are insecticides. B. They affect the nervous system. C. Monocrotophs can be absorbed following ingestion only. D. Monocrotophs have a high environmental persistence. E. It also accumulates in soil. F. They are non-biodegradable. So looking at the options here, why we are studying this topic, we'll do it in the next slide. So correct answer here is the first one is absolutely correct. They are insecticides. B is also correct. They affect the nervous system. Other than that, they cause certain common problems such as vomiting, nausea, etc. Then we have C. It can be absorbed following ingestion only. This is wrong. It can be done via ingestion, inhalation and even skin contact. If you look at D, they have a high environmental persistence. No, they do not have a high environmental persistence. In fact, they are biodegradable and do not accumulate in soil. So we here have A and B as the only correct options. And why in news? Because recently in Bihar, in one of the schools, there was a poisoning related to it. So it was basically an accident whereby what was the cause of it? We'll look at it in the next question. Next, which among them is true? A. Monocrotophs resemble mustard oil. B. The pesticide is colorless. C. It turns black when put on fire. So one thing you can make out of it is that yes, they do resemble mustard oil. As I previously told you, the tragedy took place in school. So while cooking, they thought it must be a mustard oil, but actually they picked up monocrotophs, which are used as insecticides on sugarcane. So yes, they do resemble mustard oil. If you look at B, pesticide is colorless, but it turns black when put on fire. So thereby the cooks, they became aware of it, but then also no appropriate action was taken and the poisoning spread. So the correct answer to this question is all of these are correct here. Next, in which field is the name of Madan Vishisht related to? A. Working for child rescue operations. B. Working in field of relieving agrarian distress. C. Working in field of environmental protection. And D. Working in field of children with special needs. So the correct answer to this very famous personality is working in field of children with special needs. So why news? Because see, recently Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment is thinking of coming up with a dictionary for sign language. And in this particular domain, that is sign language, Madan Vishisht has brought a very beautiful work, that is an introduction to Indian Sign Language. So this is why the particular personality is in news. Next, what is true of gas chromatography? A gas chromatograph is an analytical instrument that measures the content of various components in a sample. B. Xenon and radon are used as the carrier gases. C. The principle involves separation of components due to partition in between the gaseous mobile phase and the stationary liquid phase. D. The component partitioned into gas comes out first. So this is also in use because of the monocropotoph poisoning. So this was the method that was used to detect the pesticide or insecticide. And the correct answer to this question is C. First one is absolutely correct. In fact, chromatography in general is also used as an analytical instrument to actually segregate something into its various components. So it tells you both things, the amount of that particular component and the type of the component as well. So first is correct. If you look at C, yes, the principle is based on the differentiation between something which is gaseous and mobile and something which is stationary and liquid. So this is how things are segregated and components can be recognized then on. If you look at D, partitions, the components partitioned into gas, they come out first. Yes, absolutely correct. They come out first due to their volatility. And if you look at B, xenon and radon are used as carrier gases. This one is wrong. Why? Because mostly helium and nitrogen are used as carrier gases. So we here have only A, C, D as the correct options. Next, what is true of OPEC? So one or other time OPEC is always in news. So oil politics a lot. And if you look at the options here, A, it is an intergovernmental organization created at Riyadh conference. B, OPEC secretariat is located in Vienna. C, currently it has a total of 13 member countries. D, India is a member of OPEC. Correct answer to this question is C. B and C both are absolutely true. It is located in Vienna. Earlier it was not, but then it was shifted to Vienna, and it has total of 13 member countries. It began with 5 founding members. And if you look at the first one, it was not formed via Riyadh conference, rather via Baghdad conference. And if you look at D, India is not a member of OPEC. So we here have B and C as the correct options. Also, do mention in the comment section where are the headquarters of OECD located and what does OECD stands for. Next, which among them is true? A, Yak dance is usually done by Mahayana Buddhists. B, Lai Haroba is a popular dance form of Manipur. C, Rogan art is an art form of Saurashtra region of Gujarat. D, Karakattam is a popular folk dance of Tamil Nadu. So looking at the options here, this is directly from PIB of yesterday. The first one, Yak dance, is yes, it is done by Mahayana Buddhists. It's popular in Arunachal Pradesh. If you look at B, Lai Haroba is a popular dance form of Manipur. See, Lai Haroba, though it's popular in Manipur, but it's mainly a theatre festival. So we'll put that wrong. If you look at C, Rogan art is an art form of Saurashtra region. This is also wrong. Why? Because Rogan art is a popular art form of Kutch region. And as far as Saurashtra is concerned, few days back we did another art form related to Saurashtra, so you can mention the same in the comment section as well. So C is also wrong. If you look at D, Karakattam is a popular dance, folk dance of Tamil Nadu, so this is absolutely correct. So we here have A and D as the correct answers. What is true of Bal Gangadhar Tilak? A, he set up Deccan Education Society. B, he was imprisoned from 1908 to 1914 in Pune. C, Tilak died in 1920. D, Maharatha was a publication by Tilak in Marathi. So we know Maharashtra is going to celebrate this very year Tilak's anniversary. So, and in fact the tableau of Maharashtra will also represent this. So looking at the options here, first one absolutely correct, Deccan Education Society. Do mention with whom as collaborators did Tilak come up with this Deccan Education Society. If you look at B, yes, he was imprisoned from 1908 to 1914, but not in Pune. In fact, he was sent to Mandalay in Burma, what is today known as Myanmar. If you look at C, yes, he died in 1920. Thereon, when the national non-cooperation movement began, there was a fund established on Tilak's name as well, which got a lot of money. And if you look at D, Maharatha was a publication by Tilak in Marathi. So Maharatha was not in Marathi. Maharatha was written in English. In fact, Kesari was in Marathi. So we here have A and C as the correct answer. Next, which among them is true? A, GST will be the theme of tableau of CBEC, that is Central Board of Excise and Customs. B, Khadi India will be the theme of tableau of Ministry of Rural Development. C, Green India, Clean India will be the theme of tableau of Ministry of Urban Development. So looking at options here, the first one is absolutely correct. GST will be of CBEC. If you look at B, Khadi India, this one is wrong because Khadi India is not for Ministry of Rural Development, rather it is for Ministry of MSME. If you look at C, Green India, Clean India, we did it yesterday that this is under CPWD, that is Central Public Works Department, and CPWD comes under Ministry of Urban Development. So in that connection, yes, this stands correct. So we here have A and C as the correct answers. So next and last question, what is true of these Central Armed Police Forces? A, they are under the control of Ministry of Home Affairs. B, Assam Rifles are part of CAPF. C, both of them are correct. Or D, none of them is correct. So well, none of them are correct here. Why? See, CAPF are in news because recently, one fact is because Assam Rifles was in news recently, and another one was because of a BSF man telling about the food quality. So coming to the options here, see, none of them are correct. Why? Because see, not all of the Central Armed Police Forces come under Ministry of Home Affairs. There are only 6 of them. Names are mentioned here, and the rest 2, that is Special Protection Group, it comes under Cabinet Secretariat, and Railway Police Force obviously comes under Ministry of Railways. As far as the Assam Rifles are concerned, it is not at all a CAPF, rather it comes under Central Paramilitary Forces, and Central Paramilitary Forces actually has 2 things under it. One is Assam Rifles, the other is Indian Coast Guard. So we here have none of them as the correct answers. So friends, that's it for today. In case you find the initiative useful, do not forget to rate and review it. Thank you so much.